2, that is loud as frick. I forgot about that. Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Therapy. How do I jump? Oh, the up. Okay, I don't have arrow keys on this keyboard. Welcome back to Video Game Therapy. Today is the 31st, and this is being uploaded on the 2nd. And you know, I've been thinking of topics to discuss for this week, and I hadn't really come across much. I have been thinking a lot about how personal I get in these videos. And so, you know, we're going to gear towards the more philosophical side of things. But I just saw a post by Mark Manson on Instagram. You can get there by going to instagram.com/Mark Manson, MarkManson. He's an author. He wrote The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Frick. Anyway, he posted that thing that said, can you please move, Mr. Steggers? My biggest life lesson in 2020 is that I need far less to be happy than I thought. What's yours? End quote. And you know what? What a better way to end the new year than discussing what the biggest life lesson that I learned was, right? So right off the bat, it jumped to mind on a very similar note of his. I guess that it's really my biggest life lesson has really been learned in the past 5 or 6 months. I mean, the whole man, Corona really just hit things, right? You know, I learned how adaptable I was, more adaptable than I thought. I ended this semester off really well in terms of academics. My channel kind of blew up a little bit. And, you know, I found that I can be much more adaptable, much more disciplined than I thought. But I think all in all, my biggest life lesson, and I know there's a big dino egg, I should have gotten that. My biggest life lesson is about how things are found and not looked for. And I made a VGT a while ago called Love is Not Looked For, or some thoughts on love, I guess. That's what it was called. And I pretty much ended with this idea that love is not found, it is looked for. And that really does apply to just about everything. One thing I've realized with YouTube is that I never really looked for success, or at least once I stopped looking for it, I got it, quote unquote. You know, I got a video that blew up, so to speak. Not on this channel, obviously, but on my lifestyle channel, and it applies there too. And so I kind of want to just to recap the whole love is not found thing. Love is not looked for, it's just found. Things happen, I guess, in terms of relationships with the context, you know, when you're not looking for them, when you least expect them. And so does progress. You know, this time last year, I was a much different person. In August of last year, I weighed a lot more than I do now. I was a very different person. I believe that I'm now a better version of myself. But, you know, I have these moments where I'm in my room and I'm like, you know, like, I'm like making YouTube videos. I'm keeping up with I have these moments where I'm like, wow, when did this all change? And it was when I stopped applauding the end result and started putting credit to the effort that things really started changing. And that right there, I wasn't, you know, you look for getting fit and you don't look for going on constant runs or something. Stuff like that. That is the kind of effort I'm talking about here. You know, you end up finding the success by doing something else. Now, when it comes to, shoot, I had a specific context I wanted to talk about this in. Oh yeah, so YouTube. Now, I believe this is kind of my, this adds to my quote unquote theory on progress, but with something like YouTube and, you know, progress in general, I'm going to use YouTube as an example that I'm going to extrapolate. We shouldn't be making things so that they, how do I start this? I tried to game the algorithm. It cannot be gamed. But what I ended up doing, quote unquote, is just saying, okay, if for some bizarre reason this video takes off, for some bizarre reason, you know, the algorithm picks it up for whatever reason, I want to make sure that it is a video people keep watching and a video that encourages people to watch my other videos. In other words, if, you know, this typing video gets 140,000 views, I want people to say, this is good content. I'm going to go watch this guy's other videos, not click on it and then click away after 15 seconds. And that inspires me to put in more effort to my videos. And hey, that's what happened. People said I made a good video and I got people, you know, not laying over, spreading out onto my other videos. So that, you know, in that regard, it's not about making a video that goes big or making amazing content. It's about making content so that when the time is right, when you get quote unquote lucky, when you make your own luck, that is when things happen, I guess. And that's what you should work for. So with every video I make, at one point, you know, people are going to happen to look up how to type faster. And I prepared myself to be at the best possible moment when that time comes. And that's what you know, things are not looked for, they are found is all about. You know, the closer you look, the less you see. I guess with the whole love thing, right? It's like the closer you look for, in the context of the TV show I was kind of watching at the time, the closer you look for one person or end goal, the less you see of the people around you and their behaviors. So that's one way. But, you know, the closer you look at what's trending on YouTube, the less you see about your other videos that have grown or in ways that you can grow. And really this goes with all progress, I think. I want to become really good at art, but I keep looking to make the perfect art piece. But one day, and I have yet to fully understand this. I've acknowledged it, but I haven't quite understood it yet. One day I'm going to look at my art and say, damn, dude, like that's pretty good. At least I want to say that. I want to, you know, become good enough to say that. And I shouldn't look for that. I should look for progress. I should look for, okay, be better than yesterday, right? New milestones, great. I'm gonna hit done. Scramble, wait, what is that? Pause. Oh, it paused. Hopefully you can't see this. 250 eggs saved, dope. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, that's my biggest life lesson, is that things are not looked for, they are found. You just have to work on something. You know, don't take the I talk about this in my thoughts on manifestation VGT a lot. But don't take this as I shouldn't do anything, right? If you want to become better at art, just practice art. Don't try and make it perfect, right? If you want to become popular on YouTube, you know, just make content. One thing is, I was thinking about it when Mr. Beast ages ago, when he first started getting big, when he made those like paying or donating huge sums to Twitch streamers or whatever it was, it occurred to me that, you know, if you look for being someone online during one of those moments when he pays someone, that moment never gonna happen if you never stream. You might say to yourself, oh darn, if I was streaming at that, you know, whatever it might be. But you know, to get me streaming more, I think, okay, you know, I just gotta stream. You just gotta do it. You don't look for the perfect time. Don't look for the perfect result. Just do. That's kind of the moral. And that's kind of my biggest lesson that I learned in 2020. My biggest life lesson is that, you know, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes on the end goals, right? But don't look too closely, because you will miss everything going on around you. Ooh, that's kind of pog. Let's go, gamer. That's a thumbnail shot. You're gonna bring me up all the way among this hill? Dude, what a gamer. Thank you. Whew. And you know, I'm curious to hear what your guys' life lessons are. Check out Manson's post. He put some pretty good stuff out there. I really like his whole motto is essentially stop caring what other people think. And yeah, you know, I've still got so much to work on for myself, but I've grown a lot this year, and it's ending on a pretty good note. It started on a good note, went way down, and it's ending on a pretty good note again. So yeah, really short VGT today because I'm kind of tired and I kind of want to go do nothing for a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and just up my speed. Oh, can't do that. That's fine. So yeah, that'll be it for me. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. Hope your guys' 2021 goes off to a great start. Don't forget that time is arbitrary and that the year we label things to zero effect on the events that happen. Just kidding. Be optimistic. Have a good one. And as always, don't forget to stay